a todos buenas mañanas a todos y a todas. Bienvenidos a esta casa. De todo el equipo de la Fundación para la Democracia y la Participación, FUDEPA, queremos agradecerle estar presente acá. Queremos agradecerle especialmente también al doctor Alejandro Tullio, Director Nacional Electoral, quien, además del cargo que desempeña, es un gran conocedor de los procesos electorales. Hace más de 10 años que ocupa ese cargo en nuestro país. Al profesor Shambaugh, quien conoce perfectamente los procesos norteamericanos, para quienes tuvimos el honor de ser sus alumnos. Realmente, además de sus conocimientos y su capacidad pedagógica, nos reconforta poder tenerlo aquí en esta mañana y transmitirnos todo lo que muchos ansiamos conocer sobre el proceso que nos compete. Por otro lado, bueno, la Fundación para la Democracia y la Participación fue creada en 1986 por Antonio Cafiero, justamente para promover lo que es los procesos democráticos en la región, en la Argentina particularmente, concebir a los ciudadanos como parte fundamental para el proceso democrático. Y esta nueva generación de FUDEPA lo que trata también de hacer es de contagiar a los jóvenes en lo que tiene que ver con la institucionalidad, con la formación democrática. Y por eso para nosotros tener esta actividad hoy acá es fundamental para seguir conociendo, porque obviamente muchos conocen los Estados Unidos, pero el profundizar en lo que es la experiencia del proceso electoral hace que nos acerquemos más y que podamos reforzar aún más las relaciones bilaterales entre la Argentina y los Estados Unidos. La semana pasada, justo cuando estuve con Antonio comentándole de esta actividad, él me dio algo muy gracioso para que yo les traiga hoy, que es un cuadro donde hay una foto, que después igual lo vamos a poder ver más cerca, donde él acompañó a Robert Kennedy en lo que fue la campaña electoral de 1968, y la verdad para él me comentaba que es muy importante que todo lo que se trabajó en su momento pueda ser reforzado también aún más. Agradecerle también a la Embajada, tanto a la sección cultural como a la sección política, que siempre nos abre las puertas y nos permite seguir trabajando en conjunto, a Mike, a Alexis, a Marcia, a Federico, a Silvina, que realmente, en nombre de ellos, a la embajadora Vilma Martínez, que siempre es muy activa en este tipo de actividades. Y para no acortar más el momento de los expositores, simplemente nuevamente agradecerles en nombre de todo el equipo de FUDEPA, de Francisco Cafiero, de Gerardo Girón, de Ignacio Lolé, y darle la palabra a Mike para que nos dé una bienvenida en nombre de la Embajada, y después ya pasamos a las exposiciones. Muchas gracias.
¿Me escuchan todos? Sí. Bueno, sin micrófono un poco más fácil quizás. Solo quiero hacer unas palabras de agradecimiento a ustedes y a este panel para estar con nosotros este día. La verdad, es un gran placer y un honor de tener la oportunidad de estar acá con este grupo. Primero quiero agradecer en nombre de la Embajada la ayuda de COPAL en organizar esta presentación. La verdad, el tiempo es el momento de hablar de elecciones en mi país, en los Estados Unidos, porque ya está en camino todo el juego, ¿no? Bueno, la verdad es el momento de hablar de la política de los Estados Unidos. Ya está en camino las elecciones. Gracias a COPAL, gracias a Dolores por haber organizado todo esto. Quiero reconocer la presencia del doctor Tullio. En mi mente, Tullio es señor elecciones de Argentina. He tenido la oportunidad un par de veces de hablar de las elecciones y el proceso electoral en Argentina. Entonces, gracias por estar acá hoy. También quiero presentar al profesor George Shambaugh. Él es el profesor asociado de Relaciones Internacionales y Gobierno de la Edmund A. Walsh Escuela de Servicio Exterior de la Universidad de Georgetown. También es director del departamento de gobierno, también de la Universidad de Georgetown. Profesor Shambaugh realizó sus estudios en Oberlin College, en el estado de Ohio, y recibió su doctorado en ciencias políticas en la Universidad de Columbia. La verdad es un honor de tenerle presente y estoy muy animado de entender mejor cómo es el proceso electoral en mi propio país, porque es muy complejo. Bueno, con le doy la palabra a los expertos.
Thank you very much. I would like to begin by thanking the State Department, the Foundation of Democracy and Participation, and for all my gracious hosts. Everybody has been extraordinarily nice, and it is an absolute pleasure for me to talk to you today. What I would like to do is to talk about the process of the upcoming elections in the United States. There we go. Technology is a wonderful thing. There will be an election. The next big election in the United States will be November 6th, 2012. It will be the 57th election in which president-electors will elect the president and vice president of the United States. The new president will take office on January 20th. The presidential candidates are likely well known. They are going to be President Barack Obama, and the presumptive nominee for the Republican Party is former Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney. There are other parties in the United States, and I put up the Libertarian Party and the Green Party just to let people know about that. They will not win the election. They are not large enough, not well enough organized, but indeed there are actually 4 or 5 additional political parties in the United States. The election is important not just because it's electing the president and vice president, but because 1/3 of U.S. senators will be elected. The entire House of Representatives will be elected. There will be elections in 11 states for governors, and there will be many local and state elections. So there will be many things on the ballot. There are 2 distinct and different phases of the election process in the United States. There is the nomination process and the general election. The nomination process involves competition among individuals to be nominated as the presidential candidate for a party. In the recent process, the strong candidates were Mitt Romney, Ron Paul, and Rick Santorum, and then there were a variety of weaker candidates. Of that, Mitt Romney came to the top. The important thing to recognize about the nomination process is that it is chaotic. It is a little bit crazy. It is organized differently in every state within the United States. There are debates about what state votes first. There are debates about what rules they use and who can vote and who runs. At the end of the day, that chaos works out in an orderly process, but it can be a little bit chaotic. And the most important thing about the primary process is the dominance of the political parties. The primary process, whether it is organized by primaries, which are votes, or caucuses, which are organizations of people getting together and nominating people at a county level, that process is highly run by the political parties. Sometimes the votes are closed, meaning that you can only vote for people in your party. So you must have registered in the Republican Party to vote in the Republican primary. At other times, they're open, so everybody can vote. In about half of the states where they're open, however, if you vote for people in 2 separate parties, because there are many people on the ballot, your vote is discounted. It's thrown away. So what that does is it really makes the primary part of the process heavily dominated by the parties. That means that the candidates tend to compete to be the most ideological. So they are the most religious, the most conservative, the most whatever characteristic of the party. But it's why the primary process is more vitriolic, it's more extreme, it's more really pumped up. The political process for the election is different. Once the candidates have been chosen and they're competing, it's a much broader process. There are no constraints on voting by political party. You vote for the individual person you want. But it's done not by popular vote. It's done by vote of electoral college. And that's important. It came up as a real pivotal point in a few presidential elections ago. The Electoral College was a compromise by the founding fathers in the United States between fear of plebiscite, fear of overall majority, versus fear of having the government select its own president. The Electoral College compromise said that every state in the country would get a certain number of votes, and they would get one vote for each representative in the Congress. Every state has 2 senators. Every state has a number of representatives in the House of Representatives based on their population. The number of votes they get in the Electoral College is equal to the combination of those 2 counts. So different states have different electoral votes. It is related to population, so it is related to the popular vote, but indeed, sometimes those come out slightly differently. And indeed, most of the electors, the people that actually cast those ballots, can act independently. They almost never do. They almost always have acted in the way that the popular vote has gone, but it is at their discretion in some states to act. The number of House of Representatives, so the number of electoral votes, is a function of population. It is determined by the last census. The last census in the United States was 2010. Some Democratic party members complained that because of that census they likely lost 6 electoral votes because population shifted out of states that were heavily Democratic toward states that were heavily Republican. But that's what that is. To win the presidency, you must win at least 270 electoral votes. Obama, if you look at the states where he is very popular, will likely win 17 states and Washington, D.C. That will give him 221 votes. Mitt Romney will likely win 22 states, but they're smaller in population, with 181 votes. So neither one has enough. So the real competition will be over those swing states. The real competition will be over this 136 votes in the middle. This map, I know it's a little bit confusing, but this map has numbers for each state. The numbers are the electoral votes. Colors that are blue are favorable to Obama. Colors that are red are favorable to Mitt Romney. The colors that are gray are the states that are in competition. I'll come back to this in a second. Obama versus McCain in 2008. Obama had the north part of the Midwest and the Northeast. You have Florida and the West Coast, a little bit in the West. But Kerry versus Bush, much smaller parts. Kerry lost. He had the North and the Midwest. He had California and the West Coast and New England. If you look at Obama, Obama could go either way. The more he looks like this, the more he's likely to win. The more he looks like this, the more he's likely to lose. But indeed, it's going to come down to these states that are gray. There are 10 of those states. The election will go to, the next president will be the person who can win enough votes in those states. From those states, Obama needs 49 votes. Mitt Romney needs 89 votes. So the President Obama, is starting ahead. But everything will focus on those swing states. That's where all the money is going to be spent. That's where all the political ads are going to be broadcast. That's where all the debates are going to end. Those swing states are in the West, Nevada and Colorado. They're in the Midwest, Wisconsin and Iowa, which are largely agricultural, and Michigan and Ohio, which are industrial. And they are